he's very...
It's
he writes,
Shakespeare, let's just say it. It's Shakespeare in space.
Yes.
I was sort of waiting to see whether or not people would tolerate actual storytelling, or whether they were going to say, "Shut up and keep the jokes coming." And I was pleasantly surprised that people were willing to let us be what we wanted to be. And the sort of casual element of the way people conduct themselves on the ship is not going to change. That still exists. But we are going to sort of run with the idea that, okay, we actually have to have stakes. This is a world that needs to feel real, and sometimes that means exploring heavier topics, which sci-fi, I think there's an argument to be made that sci-fi is more equipped than any other genre to do that.
The writing, I feel, has gotten tighter and more specific, and it's a bigger challenge, because once you sort of, you rip a great first record, and then like your next record is like, what is that? So we've doubled down, I feel like, on the relationships and the storylines, and it's, yes, more difficult because we're sort of excavating and we're exploring, but it's actually more easy because we all know each other. And
there's a little bit more adventure this year. It's going to be a very, very big season, and I'm excited to kind of take people along the ride.
I not only want them to go along the ride with us, I want that when we let them off the ride, that they're able to deposit something positive into somebody else's life, because I think that it's going to be a domino effect because of the issues that we deal with. I think it's time for this.
It felt like last year we didn't know what kind of show we wanted to tell people we were. We just wanted them to see it. And now we can make that show because they know what it is. Did I make any sense? Good.
I'm excited the fact that we actually can maintain what we did in the first season. I think everyone was very happy with it. I think we're happy that the people watching really liked what we were doing. It reinforced for the writers that we were going down the right trail, basically, going down the right road. So we get to expand more on different civilizations. We get to play with that a little bit more. Relationships within the ship are fantastic. The ship itself is growing because we keep building new sets for it every week. So all of those things are really exciting.
I'm telling you, the production value is amazing. It's like we shoot a movie every week, and the work that goes into this is, I haven't really seen it.
Other planets for me, like for them to see the places we're going, the other planets we by accident go to and on purpose is something that I've never seen before. It's Seth's mind just took it to another level as far as seeing something new, because there's so much out there of the 100 years that we've been watching science fiction. Am I close on that 100 years?
Wait.
Yeah, we've got some real epic stuff in season 2. We've also got some real small stuff in season 2 that we really couldn't have done in season 1. We can get really into the relationship of two characters who we were just getting to know last year, who we know a little bit better in an episode, and we can do a full-out, real sci-fi epic in another episode. So it's really exciting as a writer and as a sci-fi fan to get to do that.
The voice of the show has become more clear this season. I think Seth has sort of made a decision about where he wants to go with the sort of heart of the show. And I think that's really coming through strong. Yeah.
We're trying something brand new with tone that isn't really done, and when it is done, it oftentimes doesn't work. Comedy and sci-fi works well in film, but you get into television, it's hard to sustain. So, for me, the real lesson was, at the end of the day, the story has to come first, and it was nice to have a season to sort of explore that. And I think the second half of that first season, you really start to see the show finding its footing tonally. And season 2, I think we're hitting the ground running.
He's an executive producer and like the writer of the majority of the episodes. So he's right there. Make sure you get that end, and the cadence. So he's writing. It's specific. It's specific.
It's like doing Harold Pinter, basically.
Or Shakespeare.
Without the pauses.
With funny things on our head.
Because the tone,
It is, or like August Wilson, or like
pentameter.
It's very. He's very.
It's
he writes.
Shakespeare. Let's just say it. It's Shakespeare in space.
Yes.
We rock. We women rock. So.
And by
there
the
you go.
way, I'm so impressed and proud of the way that Seth created all of these characters, because all these females are so strong and kind of the backbone of the ship in a lot of ways. You know what I mean? The nurturers, the mothers, but
strong
also the.
but in real though.
Yes.
I mean, it's not like we're these super
Exactly.
women. We have real
No,
personality.
Exactly.
Every interaction for Isaac is an adventure because it never quite goes how he expects it to, or they do. So there's a lot more of that. There's some great arcs for Isaac this year, and yeah, I think people are gonna fall in love with him even more.